experimentations.
Okay.
Where meant to be like force sensitive people went into those suits of armor.
Uh,
And when that failed, the second generation, they got rid of the human part
I see.
and it became like full droid.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the third version came in, some versions of them were droids,
Mm-hmm.
but it was built as an exoskeleton so someone could actually go in. Preferably someone with powers, is what they actually said. So think about it like really force sensitive dark troopers who could actually handle the force.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's why Jono saying that there's a continuity error there.
Yeah.
Because from what we saw, those dark troopers look like they are purely machine.
Yeah. But effectively, they do kind of look like the third generation one, but it still doesn't make sense, I guess.
Well, I don't know whether it fixed it or not, but are those games currently canon?
Effectively, no, but when they brought in the Dark Troopers back in, that was the main source of reference for the Dark Troopers.
Right. Because I feel like even with, I think, Rebels, they brought in some stuff, but look, it was from Legends, but then some modified a bit.
Yeah. So it does seem like they're moving in quite a bunch of Legend stuff, but I think they are changing quite a lot of the... trying to change a lot of the canon to make it more for them. But then again, why come in with Dark Troopers all of a sudden and it's already third generation? Interesting.
Well, timeline wise, is this how many was it after Return of the Jedi?
Few years.
5 years is what they said.
5? Okay, yeah.
5 years after Return of the Jedi.
Third generation Dark Troopers explain.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So it says phase 1, fast moving phase 1, and a heavily armored phase 2, and a hulking phase 3. So it looks as though Mandalorian is playing this straight, because according to Moff Gideon, his platoon of Dark Troopers are all phase 3, which are the hulking ones.
Yep. But they do look like the phase 3 ones, but then these are probably just the exoskeleton with the droid inside.
And no person in there.
Yeah, which is not like the acolytes in the armor, like force sensitive users inside those suits, which is the original phase 3 from Legends.
Maybe this is I don't know, phase 3.2.
Maybe. But phase 2 was definitely fully robot.
Phase 2 was robot, right?
Yep.
Yes.
They were full robots. They got rid of that human element because that failed badly.
Okay. So maybe by phase 3 they decided to completely remove any humans, right?
The phase 3, it was meant to be part robotic, the other part exoskeleton. Think of it like Iron Man. That's an exoskeleton.
Yeah. Or so
but
you're saying
with
more
force-sensitive acolytes in those suits.
Okay. So more Iron Man than, would you say, RoboCop?
Probably.
RoboCop is kind of like more integrated.
I guess,
I guess so.
More cyborg.
More cyborg.
With
more
machine parts.
More Terminator. Yeah, no, maybe not Terminator.
Would Terminator be like Android?
Yeah,
pretty much. But I guess this is a different version of the Dark Troopers, in a way. Or in this new canon of Star Wars.
Yeah.
And Albert, I was actually wondering what you were what you would think about the darksaber being won in battle.
Yeah, I guess it made sense in terms of story. And I like that Moff Gideon emphasized, it's more about the story and the history behind it to follow that ritual.
Which is still interesting because if you watch the Clone Wars and Rebels, a lot of the times when the darksaber was exchanged, most of the time there was no battle. It was just handed over.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, I was trying to remember what happened in Rebels. Because Sabine just handed it over to Bo-Katan, right?
Yeah, is what I was thinking of as well. It's like, what the heck?
And Dave Filoni wrote the script as well. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You write both these stories?
Yeah, it's like really confusing. Because then if you think about the ownership of the darksaber, there was talking to a friend like at some party that we were watching together, Japanese thing, and he talks about like the ownership of swords. And if it's to be won in battle, it has to be won in battle, or it's most of the time it's like a fight to the death.
Yeah, that was thinking. It used to be fight death between Bo-Katan
and the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
but
but the only problem with what I could see is, from what he told me about the history of that sort of movement of swords, effectively, Moff Gideon would have had to beat Bo-Katan in battle to claim the ownership of the blade.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, actually.
He was handed it. Yeah.
But if it was stolen,
stolen.
Bo-Katan still owns the right to the darksaber.
Technically.
That's a good point.
But then even if Din Djarin defeated Moff Gideon with the darksaber, effectively it is still owned by Bo-Katan. Because Moff Gideon never won it from Bo-Katan in battle. So that sort of retcon, they kind of call it the retcon, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So you go, Marcus.
Oh no, I'm just saying that this paragraph here mentions exactly that point, right? It says this is actually quite a surprising twist because at first glance it contradicts the measured plot, where Sabine actually gave the darksaber to Bo-Katan in the first place. But yeah, that's as far as it says. As far as Mandalorian is concerned, this tradition means that Din Djarin is now the rightful owner. Even though I think Jono's point is that actually, hang on, Bo-Katan should still be the owner. Technically.
Yeah.
So it's like being returned to the rightful owner since Moff Gideon never defeated Bo-Katan in battle.
That's right.
I guess as I was saying before, like, it's just more dramatic.
Yeah,
I guess it's more dramatic, but
It
if
has-
you're thinking of like traditions like Japanese culture, it was like Bushido culture, I think it was called.
Right.
Because he was talking about that. Yeah.
Bushido. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that sort of culture with like the exchange of swords or like the swords of a particular house.
Yeah.
That it's either passed down or won in battle.
Oh yeah.
If it's stolen, that it's completely set as like nothing. Meaning it's still owned by the rightful owner. Unless they're like twisting that Japanese thing as well. Or making their own idea of it. But it does sound really similar. Because it's like space samurai.
Yeah.
So of course it's probably like the Japanese
Space Samurai. Well, I mean, George Lucas I think he did mention, was it the Seven Samurai or something? Was a huge influence.
Definitely, yeah.
On when he was coming up with Star Wars, right?
But considering with the samurai thing, the Mandalorians, I think, are more like samurai in terms of they stick to a code, they stick to a creed.
A creed, yes. Yeah.
So it's like really reminiscent of that. They have like these whole rule sets.
But like, I mean, the Jedi also have their own rule set.
Yeah.
And creed stuff.
Which is really interesting. It's like really similar to the whole culture of all those things, with bits and elements of like a lot of places.
Yeah, with the Mandalorian, there's also more of a Western. I think Jon Favreau is going for that feel, Western feel.
Yeah, that definitely feels like Western.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely Western feel, with some elements of like other cultures, like the Japanese culture.
Yeah, even the whole Mandalorian Baby Yoda combo, that feels a lot like Lone Wolf and Cub, right?
Yeah, so yeah, I think that one too.
So, so there's Western plus Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I guess in many ways the samurai films are the equivalent of the Western films of the Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they do actually have the toy darksaber.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have to fight you to death for
Nope.
it? You just.
Oh yeah, we haven't done a video with his darksaber.
Yeah, we actually did, like a few episodes back.
Oh. I mean, doing a kind of like a battle thing.
No, we haven't done that.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, we should have the darksaber versus Stormbreaker.
Oh wow.
Which, by the way, is actually kind of heavy.
Oh man, it's two-handed.
Yeah, you have to two-handed, and it's like really hard to hold up sometimes. I mean, if you try to swing it, you might swing it too hard, and it could actually hurt someone.
Yeah, we should definitely do, cause a while back we did this fun video where so Jonah was filming this in slow motion.
Nice.
So yeah, we should do one with the darksaber.
Yeah.
So yeah, because this was
without any of the actual props.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Who did the editing?
I put on the blade of effect.
Nice
the hilt was I think they were tennis ball cans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we didn't actually have proper anything.
Oh man.
The darksaber right now is still kind of cheap, actually. Quite cheap.
Is it still available? I thought you said it sold out or something. Too popular.
Well, it was kind of popular, yes, but I think it's still available.
I think you mentioned that
it was rated as dangerous.
Dangerous, right?
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous for kids, because kids were like starting to like whack it against each other.
To the point where there was a line where Moff Gideon was kind of saying something about the sabers not for kids or something.
Yeah.
Saying it to Baby Yoda.
Might lose an eye.
Yeah. In that scene where Grogu was captured, and then
you're too young for these kind of things.
You're too young.
Yeah.
You're too young. So do you reckon there could be a time jump for season 3?
Time jump.
Possibly.
When would the time jump to? Like, because the thing is, now they've got themselves into a situation where Because now that Luke Skywalker's entered the picture, right?
Yeah, that's right.
We kind of like, oh, because we know where Luke ends up.
Yeah.
So that it feels, I don't know, it feels like they are kind of like pigeoning themselves.
Yeah. I
into
actually wanted
something.
Mace Windu.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Yet to be seen.
Well, on that same line, I'm pretty sure Jar Jar's still around.
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar.
Have you actually seen that ridiculous theory that Jar Jar is the person behind everything?
Yeah, there's a robot chicken skit on that. On Jar Jar being the actual Sith Lord.
Yeah.
So he's the real mastermind, is it? Behind everything.
Yeah, that was
Jar Jar.
actually a theory. Which I guess kind of makes sense because if you look at how things went, Jar Jar not only got the battle to happen in episode 1, where they won over Naboo against the droids.
Yeah.
Not only that, he brought Palpatine to power in the Senate.
And
what?
And then he also did the Clone Army approved as well.
Yeah.
In the Senate.
Yeah, and that was like a lot of evidence that Jar Jar is actually the mastermind behind everything. And they said he could have been, in fact, in control of even Palpatine. Because they were also from the same planet.
That's true.
Like, all the things match up, and it's like, wow. What? That kind of blew my mind. Darth Jar Jar.
Yeah, this is it, right? The Darth Jar Jar theory, right?
Yeah.
The Darth Jar Jar, Palpatine's accomplice.
Accomplice. More like master.
secret Sith Lord.
Yeah. I think it actually makes sense.
Darth Jar Jar.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
It may make sense, but
Yeah.
it'll never happen.
Yeah, it probably won't happen now, but effectively, if you looked at, there was other people who looked at Jar Jar's movements in battle,
That's right, yeah.
and they matched it to like a drunken style of fighting, which is actually a proper fighting method. So yeah, it was like some people could fight with martial artists in a drunken pose.
That's it.
Even though they're not really drunk. And the moves were so similar with Jar Jar's movements.
Jar Jar's movements.
Yep. Jar Jar is Sith Lord, maybe.
Nah.
Well, I would love to see him with a lightsaber.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of fan art of that.
There must be some fan art. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But then no one could really stand his voice.
Nah. Misa, the Dark Lord.
Misa, the Dark Lord.
Yeah. Well, if we're looking at the episode, we also looked at Boba Fett against the other Mandalorians.
Yeah, that's it. I really like that thing they had, the beef they had between each other. Like, you're not a real Mandalorian.
Yeah, because he isn't a real Mandalorian. He's a clone.
He's a foundling.
No, the father was a foundling.
Oh, the father.
Jango Fett was a foundling.
Jango Fett.
But Boba Fett never took the creed.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about Boba. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Boba Fett is not a true Mandalorian, so that fight kind of broke out.
Yeah, in that what Bo-Katan's partner was like teasing him about, so I heard enough of your voice.
Yeah.
Like referencing the clone troopers.
Listen to that voice 1,000 times.
Yeah, that's right.
I know that voice well.
Yes.
But even though he is a clone, he was a clone who grew normally. Not like the accelerated growth of the clone troopers.
That's right.
Well, Boba Fett's gonna get a new series, the Book of Boba Fett.
Yep.
But I hear that it might just be a mini series, not like ongoing.
It could be like Falcon and the Winter Soldier is only 6 episodes apparently.
Yeah.
I think that's fun. There's so much Star Wars TV shows at the moment. Oh man.
Yeah, like if you look at the amount of Marvel announcements, how many were there? Like at least 20.
Yeah. Actually, this
And
article is
yeah, and
suggesting.
Star Wars ones were like about 10.
Yeah, 10.
Well, they did kind of tease a new show in the investors meeting, but they never confirmed it until this episode. So now we know it's the Book of Boba Fett.
Would the Book of Boba Fett be, so according to this article, could it actually be the Mandalorian season 3?
Well, if you think about what the investors meeting said about with all the new shows, it actually will be a new show concurrently.
A new show? So it's not like they're trying to tease you and say, hey.
Because the Boba Fett series has been teased for quite a while. And most likely they wouldn't want to get rid of Din Djarin.
Because the thing is, this article makes a good point, right? Does Disney actually plan to have 2 Star Wars shows running concurrently next December?
Well, apparently they will be, because Ahsoka is also in the same timeline as well as Rangers of the New Republic.
Yeah, well, I mean, those 2 shows we know have been announced. It's just that this one, it's a bit weird the way they announced it. So, and it all happens at the end as well.
It's very Marvel style, right? It's like extra scene, and then this characters come back.
I don't think this has happened before in Mandalorian. This is the first time we've got this kind of teaser at the end.
Yeah.
Did anything happen at the end of season 1?
No.
Oh well, was it darksaber before or after the end credits?
Oh wait, no, that was before the credits. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Moff Gideon. Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of stuff. Is Jeff coming in?
Oh no, it's already 11. It said something about 10:30.
Yeah. Maybe I'll message to see if they're going.
No, thanks.
So Bernie is not coming.
Oh.
Wait, or maybe he's still out. So he'll join later if he can. Jeff has not messaged anything. I'll just message. Yep. Alrighty.
Well, secretly, I'm hoping that maybe the actor for Boba Fett maybe can play Rex.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to as well. Like I talked about it in one of our previous.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Talks.
Well, because they are clones, right? So, looks the same.
And Rex survived the entire majority of Rebels.
Was he retconned into Return of the Jedi?
Rex?
Yeah, because in the Battle of Endor, when they captured that base on the forest, when Han and Leia captured that base, and they had this beard guard, and then fan theory said that this could be Rex, and I think officially they confirmed it.
No, I don't think so, because if Rex survived at the end of Rebels, how could he have been that? That's an interesting theory.
Double check.
Temuera Morrison. Well, this is a rumor, I think.
Interesting. It is. We talked about that, yeah. Captain Rex. Because I didn't think he would have joined the Empire. He had a really distaste of the Empire for quite a while as well.
Well, this was way back in a few months ago. So when he first joined the show, they said, he may be playing more than just one character.
Yeah, but Captain Rex is probably one of my favorite clones throughout, like, the Clone Wars.
So all they have to
And
do then,
rebels.
right, is put a beard on him, right?
Yeah,
Like-
practically. That's practically it.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, Rex fought with the rebels crew.
Mm.
He became like a general for the rebels as well. And she's like best friend. He is best friends with Ahsoka Tano.
All right.
They fought together for so long. And not only that, at the end of the Clone Wars, if you watch the end of the Clone Wars, you see that Captain Rex is so sad of like killing his brothers because he was the only one who Ahsoka was able to get that chip out of.
Oh.
Is that it was that something? What do they call it? Some chip which actually made them turn bad
That's right. Yeah.
against the Jedi. I just forgot what it's called. But Ahsoka took that
Inhibitor?
That's the one.
inhibitor chip. That's it.
Inhibitor chip?
She took the inhibitor chip out of him, and then they had this wild battle escaping the Republic cruiser.
Yeah.
And yeah, before that, they had that whole intimate part where like it seems like Rex was really sad of killing his own brothers.
Oh.
Yeah, that was
Well, I mean, if
a really
Mm,
powerful episode. That was the finale of the Clone Wars.
right. I mean, if Temuera Morrison is gonna, if Boba Fett's no longer showing up in Mandalorian, then might as well have him play another character, right? Like Rex.
Or Rex, or maybe Rex could appear in the Ahsoka show.
That's true.
Because I think Rex has a better connection with Ahsoka than anyone else.
True.
Because they fought together in both the Clone Wars and in Rebels.
Yeah.
Who better to join in Ahsoka?
Yeah, maybe they can team up to find Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Oh yeah, Grand Admiral Thrawn. That is true because we never saw him at the end of that. We were predicting that might happen.
Yeah, I thought he would show up like as a cliffhanger thing, but that's not what happened.
Yeah, so the only time Thrawn was mentioned was
One line, yeah.
in that one episode with Ahsoka.
Yeah, it was a name drop.
Yeah, name drop.
But,
Admiral Thrawn, let's find Admiral Thrawn.
but then again, it does set up the story for the new Ahsoka show.
By the way, Benedict Cumberbatch was voted top fan pick to play him. Master strategist, Grand Admiral
Maybe.
Thrawn. Yeah, I can see him as Thrawn.
Yeah, I can probably see him as Thrawn as well.
Benedict Cumberbatch, Michael Fassbender.
I think Benedict Cumberbatch looks like a better Thrawn.
Yeah, I think he has a look. and he played Sherlock Holmes as well, right, for the TV series.
That's right. So
The Sherlock show.
Yeah, Sherlock.
But I think he's a bit busy right now filming.
Filming what? What's he doing now? Is he doing anything big?
Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, see, that's good. He's already in the Disney kind of.
He's already in that bubble, yes.
Yeah.
Well, they did get Melinda May from S.H.I.E.L.D.
I know. I was pretty stoked for that.
Melinda May, Shannon Fan. Yeah.
Ming-Na Wen.
Ming-Na Wen.
Well, she used to be in the Bad Batch as well, right? Her character.
The Bad Batch?
Yeah, I think she was in the Bad Batch trailer.
Oh, you mean as the voice?
Yeah, I think she's doing the voice actor.
Oh.
Yeah, interesting. So she might be part of that as well. But the Bad Batch is set just a bit after episode 3.
Yeah, but it's like the continuation on Clone Wars, right?
Yeah, in a way. But the Bad Batch, at the beginning, I think it's going to start with Order 66.
Ah, yes. That's right, yeah, from the trailer, yes.
In the trailer, they did show that the Order 66 thing. So the Bad Batch is still working with the Empire.
I did see a fan theory that maybe it was the Bad Batch that maybe rescued Grogu from the Jedi Temple.
Yeah, maybe we will actually see it. But then would the inhibitor chips be taken out?
Well, good question.
Because that is actually a good question, because they're still working with the Empire. So either in partway through, like maybe season 1 of the Bad Batch, they turn against the Empire. I guess it wouldn't really make sense if the Bad Batch actually saved Grogu. But it's an interesting theory, I think. But
It is.
only if the Bad Batch turns against the Empire. That's the only thing I'm thinking of.
I guess we'll have to wait and see then.
Guess we'll have to wait and see.
Well, it's not a bad theory, right? Yeah.
It's not a bad theory, but there would be implications on why they would do it.
So they're smuggling him out of the temple.
Yeah.
The Bad Batch. Oh, actually, it is a theory, actually.
Yeah, I haven't heard that theory, but it does sort of make sense. And they say it doesn't fully
like
make
someone
sense.
else already wrote about it.
Did I?
Yeah, see? Bad
They're
Batch.
fast.
Bad Batch theory.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't my theory. I just saw as a comment on YouTube on the Bad Batch trailer.
Will it actually happen there?
Well, I guess if you're joining dots, it makes sense timeline-wise. There's a show set during the Order 66.
Yeah, since the Bad Batch is taking place just after Order 66. Or maybe partially during. But why would they do it if they're still with the Empire? Unless at some point they go against the Empire.
Which I think they will.
It's actually probably not a bad idea for them to turn against the Empire.
Yeah. Actually, that's one thing I've been really enjoying about the Mandalorian so far. It's just other than being a Jedi, or I guess a really OP character, you can really feel the sheer power of the Empire. It's just seeing the TIE fighters, really how powerful they are, and seeing the military in action.
Yeah. I think that's an element that's perhaps missing in the movies, like the recent ones.
Yeah.
But going back to that theory, I'm just thinking, in
Oh,
Rebels, there were other clones with Rex.
Yes.
Oh, we got Jeff. Just jumping in.
Could the Bad Batch have taken more clones, taken out the inhibitor chips, and they went with Rex? There must be a story there somehow, because they can't just say Rex just has a bunch of other clones with them. They also don't have an inhibitor chip in them.
Especially with Rex's connection to Echo as well, right? And Echo's now joined the Bad Batch.
Yeah, since we have seen already in the new Clone Wars that Rex has a connection with the Bad Batch. So I think, yeah, that really does make sense now with that theory. It really does. Will it be true? Maybe.
1 year from now, we can find out.
I mean, we're speculating a lot here, but yeah, I
yes,
guess it kind of makes sense.
We could be overreading the trailer, reading too much into it.
Yeah, we could be. Yeah.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
Jeff.
I lost mine.
Have you met Albert?
No, actually.
Hi, Jeff. I know you can see me, but it's waving at you.
He's always hidden.
Whoa, just a hand came
We
out
can
of
see
nowhere.
the hand. Oh, we can see.
There we
we
go.
can see.
Yeah.
Again. Nice to meet you, and Albert.
Nice to meet you too, Jeff.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, Jeff, I like your background because you got the Mandalorian Ahsoka, and then
Ahsoka,
Marcus has the Clone Wars Ahsoka.
Yeah, I forgot the double bladed. Well, the colors are different. The blades.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually prefer the Clone Wars Ahsoka,
Mm.
as well
terms
as the Clone Wars lightsabers.
Ah,
Like, if you know the Clone Wars, I mean, what was that again? Galaxy's Edge.
mhm.
Galaxy's Edge make like high-end lightsaber stuff.
Ah, yes.
When they first sold Ahsoka's lightsabers, they sold the version which were in Rebels,
The
which
white
were a
ones.
bit curved,
Ah, yeah.
but there was still one long and one short lightsaber.
Hmm.
The Clone Wars ones were completely straight,
Hmm.
and I think a lot of fans preferred the Clone Wars version. So effectively they're going back with that now. So Galaxy's Edge's new lightsabers from Ahsoka is a Clone Wars version.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Mm.
And not only that, the Black Series is going to have an Ahsoka lightsaber as well.
Yeah, I saw that, but it only comes in one single one, right? You need to buy two.
Yeah,
Oh,
which is different. The Black Series is not Galaxy's Edge.
Ah, I see.
But then Galaxy's Edge, you do have to buy the blade separately because it doesn't come with the blade.
Oh, really?
But I think their hopper for the Kyber crystal is far better than the Black Series ones.
Mm.
Is that the one that you had, the Ravens?
The Dark Revan one is the Black Series, yes.
Ah, Black Series, okay.
So you can actually take out the Kyber crystal, but it's that weird thing at the top. So it's
That's
like
right.
you take the thing out, then you put the Kyber crystal in.
Mm.
But then it's either having the Kyber crystal in or the blade itself.
Mm-hmm.
But in the Black Series ones, the chamber is like in the middle somewhere, and you could actually put it in,
That's cool.
and then you could close it.
mm.
Mm.
And not only that, the Kyber crystal could actually tell the blade that you buy
Mhm.
what color it will be.
Wow.
So if you just randomly bought a purple Kyber crystal that I would probably want to get the most, put it into one of those other ones,
Yeah.
turn it on, the blade will be purple.
Nice.
Mm.
Well, that's how it's supposed to work, right? The kyber crystal is responsible for the color.
Yep. So the Black Series is definitely not the same. It's like completely different. But then but then the Galaxy's Edge is far more expensive.
I imagine would be. And do you have to go to Galaxy X to buy it, or can you order online?
You used to. Now you could buy it online.
Oh,
Amazon, yeah.
Oh, Amazon. Oh, wow.
But before you had to go to the Galaxy's Edge in that what was that place called? Keep forgetting.
The theme park.
Disneyland?
Yeah.
Disney World?
No, it wasn't Disney World.
I wasn't. Oh.
Mm. Mm.
Maybe it was.
Isn't it just
This-
called Galaxy's Edge?
So where was Galaxy's Edge? It was actually in Disney parks.
A park. Okay.
So it was Walt Disney World Resort.
Oh, interesting.
Well, given that it would have been closed most of this year, right?
Yeah, that's why it was moved to
Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah. Otherwise, no one could get it.
That's it. And no money for Disney.
Yep. For a long time, I actually did want to go, but I think we can't do that now.
Yeah.
But before, I did want to go, mainly because you could go there and build your own lightsaber.
Mm.
And then you could effectively buy that personalized lightsaber.
But how long will it take to build one?
Not too long.
Can you do one like in a day?
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
You just choose the parts. They show you like a guide on how to do it. Because they have like this.
Okay.
Well, effectively, a bunch of people go in at once. So a lot of people build the lightsaber together.
Oh wow,
Mm.
that's
Like-
fun.
And then you could choose like a lot of different parts, like Rancor tooth, parts of a dragon, and all that. So you get a lot of choices of what to customize lightsaber with. And yeah, there is a video of someone going to Galaxy's Edge, making their lightsaber and their experience.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I'm hoping to do something like that, at the Powerhouse or something, lightsaber workshop or something.
Yeah, it practically was like a workshop. But yeah, unfortunately, since it's closed, no one could go.
Mm.
But they did it in like a two-way sort of thing, so. Because yeah, everything is modular, so it's just like easily just put everything together. So they built the lightsaber really quickly. It's not like it takes like a week or anything to build.
Yeah.
It takes only like about an hour during this whole presentation.
So does it include all the colors? So you said purple. So does it include white and yellow as well as the green and blue?
Well, effectively, you could get like any lightsaber color you want afterwards as well by just buying another kyber crystal. So it's like a really personalized blade. But I know that there are other like companies which create customized lightsabers, which you could do more in combat, or a lightsaber with like a majority of all the colors.
Oh.
That's definitely not the same.
Oh, we got one more coming in now.
Hey, Benny's in.
Hello. I just driving.
Oh.
Yeah.
Driving home.
Driving home.
I'm in. Yeah. I'm just listening. I'll keep talking.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been at it for what, an hour so far?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just finished up. So
Cool.
driving home and yeah. How's it going with the discussion about
Yeah, we've been just talking about random stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think we did get kind of off topic a bit.
That's all right.
We got a few things. Yeah. Talk about a few things.
That's good. The backstories and stuff. And
Yeah.
sort of about the darksaber
Here we go.
dilemma.
Yeah, the
Sebastian
darksaber.
Stan, yeah.
Can't believe the darksaber. The rules have changed.
Yeah, we talk about
the rules have definitely changed.
Retconning the rules.
That's right, retcon.
Yep. And that retcon still doesn't make sense. Not until they explain it properly, I won't accept it.
Yeah, I really like the whole rebels, but
You're very pissed off the hardcore people, which is I don't know. Disney probably doesn't care.
Yeah, but effectively, when Disney took over Star Wars, they kind of screwed it over.
Yeah, true. But now,
Episode 7 was okay, but then 8 and 9 was kind of a bit of a whitewash for me.
Yeah, agreed.
Original trilogy is still the best.
yeah,
original.
totally agree.
Yeah.
The 4, 5, and 6, episode 4, 5, and 6. Yeah.
And did you guys actually know that before episode 4, it was called episode 4, the first one, A New Hope, was just called Star Wars?
Yeah, I think they added. They added that, right? A New Hope later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They added A New Hope later on, so it was effectively just called Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was called The Star Wars. Anyway.
Yeah. But that's a bit of an interesting fact.
So, a piece of trivia.
It's a trivia.
Yeah,
Star
I know
Wars
they
before New Hope.
added in A New Hope like much later, in the 90s or something.
Yep.
Because when it first came out in the early 80s, it was just called Star Wars. Yeah, that's true.
My favorite one is still Empire.
The Empire.
I think that's universally recognized as the best Star Wars film.
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back.
And it also happens to be the one that George Lucas did not direct.
Didn't.
Oh,
Oh,
really? Oh.
Yeah, it was some other guy, Irvin something, Kushner something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Alright. If that's the case, then they really should have taken him away from episodes 1, 2, and 3.
That's right.
Because even that one kind of screwed everything up a bit.
Because George Lucas,
I mean, he tried to make it more scientific with the midichlorian type stuff, but
Yes.
still.
That's not what fans
What?
want, though. Because it took away the mystique of the whole
Yeah, being
Jedi
mystical and
Force
Jedi
thing.
spiritual like battle stuff.
Something should not
kinda
be
got rid of that.
explained like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But then they did bring it back, that M count midichlorians in the Mandalorian again as well.
That's true.
I really like the subtlety of that. Yeah, let's call it M count.
Yeah, and not
Yeah.
getting bogged down by all the details. Yeah.
Yeah, but effectively when we hear the M counts, they're effectively just bringing back midichlorians again.
Yeah, high. Just say high M count or low M count.
But I really didn't like that idea of making it a bit more scientific.
Well, I think he was pressured to kind of try to explain the Force.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I mean, the question is, does it really need to be explained?
Yeah, I don't think it needs to be. It's
Nah.
a mystery. The Force is a mystery, right? It should be kept as a mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it should be.
It's a bit like faith in a way. It's like you're believing without evidence.
Yeah.
And then creating that sort of scientific part of it, it really got rid of the whole spiritual view of Star Wars, I think.
Yeah.
Because the Jedi were like this powerful group of sorcerers in a way.
Mhm.
And now they're bogged down by the midichlorian clowns. What? Or just call it M count. Yeah, whatever.
It's almost like power level, right? So Yoda has this mount, and then this guy has this mount. He's more powerful.
Yeah, and Luke Skywalker has a very high M count.
Power levels. I'm thinking Dragon Ball now.
I'm the reading my Yoda. Oh no, Yoda, you have over 9,000 midichlorian count.
Over 9,000! Yeah. That was Vegeta.
There's a few funny reactions from people about Luke Skywalker's appearance.
Oh yeah.
Some people having a heart attack. Ooh. Dying, gasping.
Yeah.
R2D2 pop, choked myself to death. Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, see, this is
it
what I
must have
meant.
costed them a lot for that thing.
This is what I meant. It reminded me of Rogue One.
Yeah,
that
the
scene.
end of Rogue One to the end of season
Who's
2.
holding the red one? Who's holding the red one?
Darth Vader. So this is the
Vader.
scene in the end of Rogue One where he was massacring everybody.
Oh.
He cut
Oh, that
through
was such a great scene at the end.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, yeah. So what I was saying is that scene.
Yeah.
When I was watching yesterday, seemed very similar to when Luke was mowing down the Dark Troopers.
The Darth Troopers, yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a similarity there. It's like a finale.
There's definitely a similarity.
Finale of the episode.
Yeah, and I think in both instances they're trying to show both characters at the height of their powers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is a great thing for the Star Wars fans. Definitely great.
Because
Yeah,
at
yeah.
this stage, Luke Skywalker is like a Jedi Master.
Yeah, that's right. And I think as you said, we never got to see him use his powers in this way as a Jedi Master.
Yeah.
Until now.
And it's probably because at the time in the 80s they couldn't do it with the technology at the time.
Yeah, I guess so. But in the fight scene that with Luke Skywalker, it really was a callback with a lot of other fight forms of the Jedi.
Well,
But,
I mean,
yeah,
he used a few things, right? He
Yeah.
used the Force. I don't know, like the crush.
Yeah,
Head crush.
all that as well. But
hand.
if you read a bit too far into it, like some other people did, there is actually a video of someone looking at just the battle itself and looking at all the different forms that Luke Skywalker used in that battle.
Wow.
Mm.
It's like a callback to a lot of other fights, apparently.
Yeah, he did use the Force in many different ways in that battle.
Yeah. But in that part which I talked about yesterday of Grogu using its powers, I haven't seen that again at all.
Grogu using his powers.
Yeah. Do you know how I told you yesterday that I thought Grogu used a bit of the powers on the Dark Trooper?
Oh yeah, because the head kind of like
The head tilt. Yeah, the head tilt.
tilted a
Yeah,
bit.
the head tilted a bit, so maybe it just distracted them for just a little while, so Luke Skywalker could get out of there without getting like slaughtered.
Yeah, maybe.
There's like head tilt, and then he just comes out. It's like, wow, he must have like paused them like momentarily, which is sort of my theory. Could be wrong, but
Interesting.
it does look like it.
It's like slight help from Grogu.
Yeah, like why else would that head tilt? I'm just wondering.
That's a good point.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you think, Albert?
Oh,
That too.
I didn't think that far, but now that you mention it, I definitely think that makes sense. You're talking about that part when he was on the monitor, right? When Grogu was like stretching out his hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
And Luke was about to get out the elevator. Why else? That part confuses me a bit because they actually showed the Dark Trooper right in front, and they actually clearly showed the Dark Trooper's head tilt. And then Luke Skywalker comes out of the elevator.
I think the way I was reading that scene was Grogu was just calling out to Luke in the Force. That's how I interpret it when I first watched it. It makes sense. That
Well, he's been calling out to Luke ever since the Titan, right?
Yeah.
When he was at the ruins of the temple.
Which
So
is
now we
probably
know
why
who he
came.
was actually calling out to.
Yeah.
Or maybe we didn't know who he was calling. I mean, maybe he didn't even know who he was calling out to. And Luke just happened to answer the call.
Ben Solo.
Don't think Ben Solo would be around yet, or maybe he would be, but it would be too young.
See, that's the problem with this storyline now, because we know what's going to happen with Ben Solo. So now we are kind of thinking, oh, at some point, you know, Grogu has to kind of be separated from Luke, right? Because we don't see him with Grogu in episodes.
Or the possible rewrites of episodes 7, 8, and 9.
Nah.
If that
be
ever...
a dream come true.
Alternate timeline.
Yeah, they might just do a Star Trek thingy where they say this is the alternate Kelvin universe.
Have you guys watched Star Wars Rebels? Have you guys watched Star Wars Rebels? Was that?
Jono has.
I have definitely.
Okay, I won't say any more, but there is a interesting connection they reveal in Rebels season 4 about something, but yeah. Anyway, I won't say any more.
Interesting.
Well, the other thing I was wondering about was when the X-Wing came in, I wonder if Moff Gideon knew that it was Luke. Or he just sort of felt really scared. He's definitely changed.
He
and
definitely
changed.
looks scared. Yes.
Definitely a scared expression.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Very
definitely knew immediately at the very beginning when they were trying to like sneak onto the ship. I think he knew that it was a trap, right? I mean, at the beginning of the episode.
Well, he did say he did brag to Mando, right? He said, "Well, one thing you miscalculated. I know everything. I know all the details." But I guess Luke was the I don't know, call X factor or unknown.
Yeah. He didn't anticipate Luke would come. Yeah, factor that in. He didn't factor that in.
Because at that point he was checkmate, right? He's pretty much won it. Or Dark Trooper's about to come in, slaughter everyone, then he wins.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, Din Djarin had such a big problem even with just one Dark Trooper.
Yeah, with just one Dark Trooper.
And then Luke came in and just
smashed him, cut him through like paper, like nothing.
Yeah, I'm actually just wondering what type of armor the Dark Troopers used.
Probably
Because
not.
they haven't really found much information on what like the armor was.
It definitely wasn't beskar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't beskar. Maybe it's plastoid, like full plastoid, like Darth Vader's suit. Because we know that the stormtroopers use a plastoid composite, so it wasn't like a proper full plastoid. So that was definitely not as strong. And I guess we also talked about the strength of some beskar armor, depending on how strong the beskar can be.
Yeah, different levels of beskar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it based on how pure the beskar is?
Yeah. That when Reeves got shot in this episode, she got shot several times and she got knocked over.
I thought she was dead.
Yeah. So that was really different to when Din Djarin was shot. Like hardly had any effect. But that kind of shows like the strength of some beskar armor. Hers was probably not as strong.
Yeah, because even in that episode, right, when Bo-Katan turned up, they were ambushing that ship. Din Djarin just ran for it.
Yeah.
And the other man just came back and,
But we did see Din Djarin's suit get made, and he did use quite a lot of the... Yeah. He used quite a lot of the beskar.
The beskar in lots.
Yeah. But those other suits may have just been built out of maybe like just one or two of those beskar instead of like multiple, like altogether. So I think the whole composite would have been stronger on his than on the other Mandalorian suits.
I think so.
But there is a video explaining that as well, like how some Mandalorians could get shots and just not survive even one shot. And then the Mandalorians getting shots like a long time and not getting damaged. But then if you see like the Dark Trooper punching Din Djarin in the face.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, almost cracked. I thought it was gonna crack.
But in the end, it didn't look cracked at all. It didn't look like it even had a dent.
Yeah,
he was being jammed into like against the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, so he would have like a massive headache, but the helmet is fine.
Yeah, we saw what they did to those blaster doors.
Yeah, so his beskar is probably one of the purest beskar suits out there.
Although the beskar, when it came in contact with the darksaber, it did look like it was melting.
Melting a bit, yeah.
There was definitely a lot of sparks going off.
Maybe it was held for longer than it is possible that it could have cut through.
It was starting to glow red, wasn't it? When it was clashing against the darksaber for a few seconds.
跟住12點
嚇，
12點
買翻嚟就食㗎呢又嚇。
What's happening?
Who's
I
that
think
coming from?
something happened with Jeff.
Why is
Yeah,
muted?
Jeff,
He's muted.
Jeff's dad.
Yeah, I think Jeff just muted himself.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Because I do wonder
yeah.
how does the armor actually, make armor our beskar? Is it just really, really hot?
Yeah, it must be like really, really hot.
the
So
beskar.
when the darksaber hits the pure beskar spear, it might have melted if it was held there for longer.
Longer, yeah. Shall
Because
we
if-
look at some Easter eggs that we might have
Yeah.
missed?
There's some
Every
Easter
Star Wars Easter egg in season 2, episode 8.
Every single one. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
Because yet we do the discussion. A lot of other people find more stuff than us.
Frame by frame.
what's the Imperial Lambda? That's the
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was. Oh, yeah, that was there, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, we saw that at the beginning, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's the Imperial ship that had the Pershing, Dr. Pershing.
Oh,
Dr.
Dr. Hershey.
Pershing.
Yeah, Dr. Hershey.
Right. So okay, we saw that. Uh,
It's interesting. Yeah.
it's a three-pointed vessel.
Yep.
Most famous for carrying around Emperor Palpatine.
Oh,
不近邊住攞翻嚟。
And Han Solo used the Lambda class vessel to infiltrate Endor's forest moon. That would have been in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh.
They used that ship to enter Endor.
But then Luke gave their position away.
So
But
this
they
is
were
why.
let through anyway.
So this suggests that this is why Moff Gideon suspects something is amiss. Because it happened before with Endor.
But not in the same way.
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
it's using a Lambda vessel to infiltrate.
I thought that was a clever plan,
But
Faye.
then it's a plan, definitely, but that plan has been used for like ages. Like even down to, what was it? The Trojan horse.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Troy.
practically the
Troy,
same
yeah.
thing in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like from the movie, and then
Yeah.
Troy, right? The Troy, the Trojan. Hey,
Yeah.
which is what Marcus said. Yeah. It's a clever tactic, sneaky
Yeah.
tactic.
It's a tactic that's been used for a long time.
Even virus is called that too, right? The Trojan virus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go to the Easter eggs.
Yeah, Slave One's blaster sounds. What's this all about?
The blaster sounds are like just the Slave One's blaster sounds.
Well, it says blasters, blaster noises are virtually identical to the sound effects heard when a young Boba Fett fires at Obi-Wan Kenobi during the Camino battle against Jango.
Copy and paste.
Anyone know what Camino battle against Jango?
Oh yeah.
No, that was the battle between Django and
Yeah.
Obi-Wan on Camino
That's right.
itself.
That's a crazy battle. Everyone versus a slave one.
Yeah, because there was a lot of
Yeah.
rain in that one.
Yeah, I don't really get this one. It's just talking about the sound, the same sound. It's used.
Yeah,
Hopefully they
Yeah,
talk about the pulse mine next.
Yeah.
That was
yeah, the
cool. I
seismic
really like
charge. Yeah, that was the sound which a lot of us wanted to hear again.
that.
Oh,
Maybe
the
that's-
seismic charge
Maybe that's the
sound.
next one.
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay. Maybe not.
Death Star genocide.
Oh, I forgot they mentioned about the Death Star.
That's
Which
right,
one?
Yeah. Insult and insult the injury. Insult the injury.
Yeah. And they said I'm talking about
Beskar.
Alderaan.
Yeah, they mentioned that a few
Alderaan.
times.
That person was on the Death Star when Alderaan blew up then.
Yes.
Princess Leia's Alderaan, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because Cara Dune
Come from
was
Cara
from
Dune was from
Alderaan.
Alderaan. Oh.
Hmm.
It's a
It's
her
her planet.
planet.
Interesting.
So I think it's trying to like get her out of it or something. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know if it's been mentioned actually. I found it interesting that during the siege of the Moff ship, it was an all-female attack team.
Interesting, yeah. But I guess Bo-Katan always had like a female strike team.
That's true.
But then the other clans were like males, which actually did submit
Like the
to
Death Watch.
Bo-Katan. Death Watch. That was the pre-Vizsla thing in Clone Wars.
What the
Yeah,
rebels
but
as well?
she was actually part of Death Watch at one point in the Clone Wars. But then she turned against it once she saw Maul effectively kill the sister,
Yeah.
which was a big turning point in the Clone Wars. Yeah. But then she would make a good leader, I think. Because I think the only reason she followed pre-Vizsla was because she was the descendant of the original Mandalore, which was Tar Vizsla, who created the darksaber.
Oh wow, this vessel or this ship apparently belongs to Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
Did we see
that makes
this
sense.
in the? This is very briefly, maybe when you saw a
Yeah.
large
Looks
Mandalorian
when
ship.
Yeah, that
Oh,
yeah, that lasted a bit of like a few seconds.
Oh, okay. So it's Bo-Katan ship, possibly Bo-Katan ship.
Oh, the Gorge.
I thought that was a funny scene. You have this famous spaceship on that right next to that space bar.
Yeah.
Space
But it
cantina.
is a Mandalorian ship. We've seen those fighters in like the Clone Wars as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Familiar faces in the bar.
Really?
Bo-Katan and Koska. He finds fellow Mandalorians in the local bar. We glimpse the halls of recognizable Easter eggs. There's several Ecolish dotted around, and a Rodian. Not sure.
It can't be that same Radian. He died.
Really?
Is that alien race? Is it Rodian?
What's a Rodian look like?
Rodian. Greedo.
Greedo.
Remember Greedo? Handshot first. He's definitely dead.
Okay.
He's Rodian. Looks like a fly.
Yeah. But he's definitely dead.
Grogu.
I think they just brought in
Unless they're going back.
Radian again. Yeah.
Back for revenge.
They can't bring him back. He's already dead.
He's a clone.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck the tank.
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's Luke, right?
Huh?
It's Luke.
Yeah.
In
Well, that.
Empire Strikes Back, right?
Oh,
Yeah, looks like it.
oh.
But back to tanks were used quite a lot.
Oh, really? Back to tanks.
Yeah, because it's like a healing pod.
Yeah,
effectively.
medical equipment.
Luke was in one of these. Yeah.
The nappy wearing Luke Skywalker floating inside after his near-death experience.
Oh, yeah, I kind of remember now.
Talking through the window of the back. Oh, it's just the reference.
Yeah, that's right.
Banks.
There's a threat to Boba, right? You'll be talking from my.
Yeah, they're talking about the back to tank.
Who's this? Tornado DDT.
Is he a wrestler?
Sasha Banks. Oh,
Reeves was
Oh, that move she pulled with the jetpack.
Mercedes Fernando.
is that actually
The actress? It looks like her.
It's a wrestling move, apparently.
But is the actress
but is it the
Oh,
actress? That's what
so
I'm
they
wondering
did,
because
Sasha Banks.
yeah.
Hmm.
That is yeah. Sasha Banks is the actress name, right?
Oh yeah.
oh, wait, credited by her real name, Mercedes
Fernando.
Fernando. Then it's probably the actress. I actually did not know that.
So
Yeah.
Sasha Banks must be the wrestler name, and then the actress
Yeah,
name
yeah,
is
yeah.
Mercedes.
So it's actually her. I didn't know that it's her.
Oh wow.
So Reeves was her.
Interesting.
Koska, is it? Koska.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
That's a nice historic.
Yeah, he hit his head on the floor and flipped him over. I think that's the move.
Yeah, in the bar, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what reminds me. I love the last part of the fight when they both had the flamethrowers on,
Mm.
and it's sort of like
And
kind
then
of
Bo-Katan said, "Stop, stop."
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Oh yes, yes.
Oh, Legends Dark Troopers become canon.
There we go.
Yeah, we kind of talked about this one. Finally become canon.
Dark Troopers.
But it does say they're slightly different in terms of appearance and weaponry.
Yeah, they definitely are. And it seems to have changed the canon of the darksabers as well.
This is exactly what Jono is saying. The organic component has been removed.
But in the canon, the organic component was removed from the first one. So the second one was already pure droid.
Yeah.
But this time, it seems like the third generation is pure droid.
Well, this is what it's saying. The project evolved to become 100% droid. Phase 0 were augmented clone troopers, but eventually it's 100% droid. So now it's like
which was meant
100%.
Yeah, which was meant to be phase 2. Phase 3, Dark Forces wanted like force sensitive acolytes to go into the exoskeleton. So that was different.
Maybe that became
So I think of even more crazier force sensitive dark troopers.
Yeah.
That would have been even scarier.
Yeah, phase 3.5, yeah. TIE fighters.
Yeah, I think that was obvious.
Oh yeah, that's the obvious one.
Yeah, that's kind of obvious.
Is that really Easter egg?
It's an obvious Easter egg.
Really
yeah. Well, but it does mention how they are launched with a revolving hanger system, speeding out the fighters from the larger ship, which is different there compared to the way we saw in like Force Awakens. Actually, I can't even remember how it's deployed in Force Awakens. Different.
Is this more? Is this style more like? The Clone Wars, right? Is it, sorry. The way they deploy the TIE fighter in this episode, was that similar to the Clone Wars?
The Clone Wars style of deployment.
Yeah, how they come out of the tube as well?
Just being propelled out.
Yeah.
Yeah, propelled out this time because of the light fighter.
Yeah. What's this? RA7 droid. Oh wow. He did pass a silver bipedal droid when he was sneaking through the ship. RA7 model.
So that droid was just there just for lols.
Protocol droid.
Yeah.
Similarity visually to C-3PO. We first saw this in A New Hope in the Jawa Sandcrawler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys, I think I might need to head off. Just to
Oh, yeah.
finish off some stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, probably it's a bit late right
Yeah,
now. We should
right,
probably
right.
finish up soon.
Past
Good to meet
midnight.
you, Albert, and we'll chat more in future. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me on board.
And thanks for joining
Maybe the next
No
year.
worries.
to do more stuff
Yeah,
together.
definitely. Have to do a Star Wars collab
Thanks.
or something, Jonah?
Yeah, probably. I
Great
got a
chatting with
bunch
you.
of Star Wars stuff, as well as a lot of Marvel stuff. So
Awesome.
we'll
I don't have
see
much
what to do.
Marvel stuff. And nice to meet you, Marcus.
Yeah.
And,
Nice to meet you.
Jeffrey and,
Yep.
and Ben. Have a good night,
Yeah,
guys.
have a good night. Albert.
Night.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh,
All right. Let's finish this
Yeah, let's.
Easter egg thing.
Let's finish
Gideon
this
wants
Easter egg.
order. Gideon.
Yoda's blood.
Oh, Silent Knots Darth Vader. He says he wants to bring order back to the galaxy, which is what Darth Vader said to Luke. We can end this conflict and bring order to the galaxy.
But I think
Moff-
the idea of Moff Gideon getting the blood of Grogu is to help create
The new order.
the new order. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he wants order. The darksaber rules. Oh, we talked about this already.
Yeah. Which
Um,
still is a bit weird.
the rules of owning the darksaber for the first time in live action. The rule of winning via combat is a concept born of Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and Star Wars Rebels, in which the blade was passed down from one ruler to the next. Although the Gideon and Bo-Katan acknowledge that Bendo can't simply hand over the darksaber as a Christmas present, previous owners haven't always won the ancient relic in the fight. In fact, Bo-Katan herself inherited the darksaber from Sabine Wren, who gave it willingly.
Exactly.
Well,
They just changed the rules.
change the rules a bit. X-Wing fighter. Fans have seen a few X-Wing fighters in the Mandalorian Season 2, most notably when Black Tracker Wolf, Carson Teva. So when a single X-Wing approaches, Mando squad don't anticipate much assistance. Yeah, that's true, eh? Because Cara Dune was like, okay, just one X-Wing, can't
But
do
it's
much.
Luke
help.
Skywalker's X-Wing.
But interesting thing is, I think you mentioned that Moff Gideon was worried because he knew something was up.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the X-Wing contains a slightly more legendary figure, the Jedi known as Luke Skywalker. Savior of the Rebellion and son of Darth Vader. Like father, like son. Ooh. Oh, this is exactly what we said. Rogue One gave Star Wars fans something they wanted for a long time. Darth Vader going full Sith. So in this case, it's like Luke Skywalker going full Jedi.
Yes, he would be a
trophies.
live. He would be a master at this point. Yes.
Full master mode. After the most sedate lightsaber battles of the original Star Wars trilogy, the parallels between Vader's hallway scene and Luke Skywalker's in this episode are plentiful. Silent brutality to effortless mixture of lightsaber gymnastics and force powers. Intentional similarity between Luke and Vader. Like father, like son. Hey, that's pretty cool. Father, like son.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. What else was there?
Luke's theme. Oh, musical cues. Yeah, you can hear a bit
Luke
of the
Skywalker's
theme.
theme in the background.
John Williams, classic Skywalker theme can be heard. And then R2D2.
Yeah, R2D2.
Come Alone, brought R2D2.
Of course, R2 would be there. He would be the droid who would be on the X-Wing.
Yeah, he would be. Well, he has to be, because all the X-Wings need droids, right?
Not all of them, but the droid will help with everything else.
Interesting scene between the iconic droid and Baby Yoda. Do the pair know each other through the Clone Wars era? Or does Grogu just find Luke's companion funny?
Could be either.
So they could have met before, right?
Yep.
Gamorrean guards and other aliens.
On Jabba's palace, of course, it's about the same thing.
Yeah. Like the original sequence, Jabba's hideout is packed with familiar Star Wars aliens, including the guards. Yeah, this is the Twi'lek, Weequay, Grand, and Warren.
Yeah.
And this is the one we talk about.
Bib Fortuna.
Bib Fortuna.
Fortuna,
Second hand to Jabba the Hutt at one point.
yeah.
Before he died.
Yeah, Bib Fortuna seized control.
Jabba.
But Boba Fett killed him, short-lived. Played by Matthew Wood, a long-standing Lucasfilm sound designer. Didn't know that. Who has previously provided voices for the likes of General Grievous, Kylo Ren, and Bib Fortuna in movies, video games, and TV shows. The shadow on the palace wall. As both Fennec and Boba enter Jabba's palace, they cast shadows on the spiraling wall. The dark shapes of these assassins provide a visual similarity to Luke Skywalker's arrival at Jabba's palace in Return of the Jedi.
I think this is more of a filming technique instead of an Easter egg.
Like the shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a filming technique.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they could do it as an Easter egg, then a lot of filming techniques would be considered Easter eggs then.
Maclunkey, what's Maclunkey? When the firefight begins, the new boss sends a henchman to investigate. Can be heard saying Maclunkey. A meta Star Wars reference to when A New Hope appeared on Disney Plus in late 2019. The famous scene between Han Solo and Greedo in the cantina has been endlessly edited over the years. Oh, I didn't know this. Like, they actually added the Maclunkey. Greedo
The
uttering
2019 release saw Greedo utter Maclunkey.
just
What?
before his death. To say that this odd edition caught the attention of the internet would be an understatement. And now the Mandalorian is getting in on the fun.
Hand shot first.
Yeah, who shot first, by the way?
Hand shot first. The original edit actually had hand shot shoot first.
Yeah, but George Lucas is pretty insistent that Greedo shot first.
They keep changing it.
But I agree that
every time they re-release it, they change it just a little bit.
But I agree that Han shoot first.
Hand shot first.
Yes. End of discussion.
They don't have to keep changing it, and why does he now say Maclunkey?
What does that word even mean, right?
Yeah. That was never uttered until the 2019 release, apparently, on Disney Plus.
Yeah, did you know that before?
No, I just heard about it because I haven't seen the Disney Plus version, so they changed it just a bit more.
Actually, here's a good question. Do you prefer the original or the remastered versions with all the changes made by Lucas and the additions?
I don't mind some of the changes. Like, if you have seen the original edit of the original Star Wars, the Emperor was played by someone completely different.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that original edit was a different Emperor, and the voice did not really sound as terrifying as the Emperor that we know now.
So there were some good things from the new remastered versions. Yeah.
Yeah, and the iconic lines came in the remaster of it instead of the original. You know how it says, "He will join us or die"?
Oh, that's a remastered one.
That was in the
one.
remaster.
Okay.
I could try to find the original edit again. And I could
Oh,
share it to
you can't buy it
YouTube.
anymore. Yeah.
But someone has found it on and posted it up on YouTube. I will find it and I'll share it with you guys.
Right.
but it
Yeah.
is quite interesting how different it is. The whole conversation between the Emperor and Darth Vader is really
Wow.
different. And the Emperor sounded more like some random businessman than an actual Sith with the really evil low voice.
Interesting. So there were some good things, but obviously the Han Solo shot first versus Greedo shot first.
Was the original Greedo did not shoot Vader with his hand.
Yeah, so that one shouldn't have been changed.
Yeah.
But then, yeah.
But effectively the Emperor edit was actually changed quite quickly as well. So the original was really hard to find until like quite recently, I think.
Mm.
Because when they forgot that guy's name, Ian something or other. He played the Emperor. Because
Ian
he
Holm,
was,
Ian
yeah,
Holm.
the
Ian
Emperor.
Holm. Ian Holm, right? Yeah.
Is it? I didn't. But
This
he
guy.
played the Emperor.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying
here was Ian.
So you're saying it's a different. It's not him in the original, like,
Yeah.
but in the remaster.
But they changed that really quickly because effectively when they had episode 5, they had a recast for the Emperor. And then in episode 6 it would in the end it was all Ian McDiarmid.
Right.
So the only time it was a different Emperor was that one scene in episode 4.
Yeah, he went on to play the same character in episode 1 to 3, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he played effectively the same character for a long time.
Hmm.
But when they went back to do episode 4 again, I think that's when they changed it to call it A New Hope.
Yeah.
Then they redid it with Ian McDiarmid in that scene.
Yeah.
But I'll find the original. Because I think that was even before the remasters as well.
Right. They'll be hard to find.
Yeah, it was apparently really hard to find.
Unless you've got the original VHS tapes or something.
But someone actually did find it and posted it on YouTube. I will share you that link.
Okay. Well, I think we've gone through all the Easter eggs. Yeah.
Definitely.
A lot of Easter eggs.
Maybe just this last thing. Do you agree with the fans that they should just get Sebastian Stan?
Yes, it would be a lot cheaper.
Yeah, and he wouldn't look so stiff and fake.
Yeah.
Right. So just do it.
True.
Cast Sebastian Stan next time if you're gonna bring Luke back and not a CGI face.
Well, effectively, they already did say they're in talks, but they do want Mark Hamill's approval.
Maybe their thinking is, their first appearance, they should just have Mark Hamill, and then.
But then
Maybe
maybe they
that.
did this because he was busy filming Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I probably couldn't get him in to do it. Whereas Mark Hamill's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. And I have found the scene, but I will share it once we finish the recording.
Okay, I shall stop it right here then.
Okay, cool.
and
Yeah.
We will see you next time.
Yeah, next time. Yeah.
All right.